Good day, everyone. I am Jennifer A. Noval, and I am going to discuss the inclusive education. So, first, let us elaborate what is inclusive education. So, inclusive education, it is a new approach to educating children with disability and learning difficulties with the normal ones within the same roof. So, in simplest term, the inclusive education is the a real concept of education for all. All students attend are welcome in schools to support learning, contribute, and participate in all aspects of life and education. So, inclusive education promotes full personal, academic, and professional development of all learners that is based in a mainstreaming form without discriminating every sex, religion, gender, and even persons with disabilities. To elaborate more, inclusive. So from the word inclusive, we can get the root word include. So included education for all. Like there is no kanang walay pili ba nga kanang discrimination sa tanan, even sa mga persons with disabilities. They also have to be educated in terms of kanang like participating in schools, even in classrooms, and they should also kanang bisag they have disabilities, they also have to be kanang promoted as kanang individual in the society that kanang nag-agi og education by nana. So, exceptional children. So, what is exceptional children? So, it is an inclusive term that refers to children with learning and or behavior problems, or children with physical disabilities or sensory impairment, and children who are intellectually gifted or have special talent. So, an sa inclusive education, ang term sa kanang mga persons with disabilities, mga children with disabilities, with special needs kay exceptional children. Exceptional children, these are the children who are visually different from other children with the same age, physically or mentally. So, sa kanang ang exceptional children kay mo ni ang atong mga makita nga kanang lain sila sa kanang normal nga mga bata, kanang like for example kanang persons with having normal, yes, normal, and kanang with persons with disabilities with special needs. So mo ni siya ang gitawag og exceptional children. So who are exceptional children, and what are the types of exceptional children or learners? So the types of exceptional children, the Education Act identifies five categories of um, except, exceptionalities for exceptional children or learners. So the five are behavioral, communicational, intellectual, physical, and multiple. So, who are the exceptional children? So, mo ni sila nga ni ang exceptional children mo ni sila ang mga bata nga with autism, deaf blindness, deafness, um, children with emotional disturbance, intellectual disability, children with hearing impairments, multiple disabilities. Disabilities refers to several different disabilities, and then orthopedic impairment. So mo ni siya ang katong bone, joint, and muscle impairments. So inclusive education is that all children in the same classrooms in the same schools. So kung ano fair no kanang kanang walay discrimination ba. And then values diversity and the unique contributions each student brings to the classroom. So gi-nurture ang kanang mga abilities sa bata nga murag ang ilahang makaya or ang ilahang like like things that are really there that ganang capable sila nga buhaton kay ma-showcase diri nga classroom sa inclusive education. It is a type of schooling where all students, regardless of ability or disability, have access to quality education that meets their specific needs. Sumoto no, ang inclusive education kay kanang kuan ni siya sa mga bata nga kanang even though they have special needs, they have disabilities, they kanang hatagan pud sila og way nga kanang maedukar sila ba like naa sila education. So principles of inclusive education. So first, no discrimination against students. Uh, all children and students who experience disability have the right to access and participate in education. And then all children and students who experience disability have the ability to learn and the right to exercise their voice, choice, and control in managing their own educational experiences. Equal educational opportunity for all. All children have the right to develop to their fullest potential and to be active as a valued citizen in the community. And then schools adapt to the need of students. Teachers in early childhood education and care center and school communities, even the parents, uh, the caregivers, advocates of children and students who experience disability have the responsibility for taking action for inclusive behavior in their education and set and care setting. Equal educational benefits for all students. So all students who experience disability have the right to appropriate and adequate allocation of resources to enable the right to access and participate meaningfully in education, and then the students' views are listened to and taken seriously. So they must be kanang kung ano dapat nato silang paminawon o kanang para mahatagan bito nato og action as a future educators pod kanang like ato silang paminawon atong ipakita sad sa ilaha nga kanang we also care about their feelings, especially nga naginahanglan sila og special needs. And then the individual differences between students and are a source of richness and diversity and not a problem. So let us always bear in mind nga kanang ang ilahang differences is not a barrier sa kanang atuang pagtudlo or sa atuang community. Like dili sila nato nga kanang iwakli or kanang ipadaplin. It's because of their um disability. So dili that is not a problem. Rather it is unique being sa atong community. So these are the process of inclusive education. So first, awareness raising. So it is the so awareness raising is on the right to education for all children at local, regional, and national level. So um, we must be fully aware sa kanang mga needs pud sa atong um, fellow kanang unsay tawag ani kapwa-tao nga with special needs, dili lang sa ato ang community, dili lang sa atong society, but all in local, regional, and national, in even national levels. Next is parents support. So parents support uh, is really needs so that they could understand their children's educational and social, even medical needs. So they should have to understand sa kanang the needs of their children, and policies, developing and revising policies. So in inclusive education, inclusive policies, and revising existing policies kay makahelp siya nga kanang like kanang murag ato bitaw ma-build nga kanang murag naatay kanang natay pakabana sa mga persons with disabilities and sa ilahang kinahanglan nga madawat nga policies nga kailangan sa karon nga um, happenings or concept hilabi na nga kanang they are they are also capable of doing things that kita dili sa nato ang mahimo, and teacher training, so to enhance their inclusive practice. So teacher training practice programs helps to promote inclusive practices. So these are the common practices in inclusive education. So first, using games to build community. So makahelp ni sa mga bata no nga kanang murag active bitaw ang ilahang una-huna to participate and to communicate with others. That helps them to build a relationship with others po. Next is involving students in problem solving. So these can also help them nga kanang murag makategorize ang ilang hunahuna nga kanang magamit ilang hunahuna ba to think of ways, and then organize students in a group. So these help them to be socialize with others so that they may be able to kanang dili sila mag unsay tawag ani kanang dili nila i-isolate ang ilang kaugalingon because of they are having a disability. So next is openly dealing with individual differences by different discussions. So uh, in inclusive education, we must understand nga kanang ang ilang sitwasyon, like open-minded ta. And then next, look ways to help each other. So there are lots of things na atong pwede mabuhat nga patabangan nato sila sa kanang in a ways nga kanang bisag ginagmay lang no kanang para lang nga kanang makita lang nato or makita nila nga pwede sila nga mo approach nato. And then focusing strength to students. So this is very important po in teaching kay kanang you should find the or know the weaknesses and strengths of your students, so that you may be able to we may be able to focus if asa gid dapit or dapat nga kanang i-improve or kanang murag ang ato silang mag-guide pagid pag-ayo. And then create an idea for children to calm down. So diri nga part kay by creating idea for children to calm down, it helps us to focus on what we need to do and get it done much more quickly. And then create a welcoming environment. So dapat daw nga kanang murag ma-feel sa mga bata, especially if they have special needs, ma-feel nila nga welcome sila, like there is no barrier sa kanang atong paghalubilo or pag-socialize nila. And then take breaks when necessary. So kinahanglan sad no nga naa say pahuway sad kadyot or kanang like even like kanang uh, mga pause moments for a while kay para sad dili lang para naa say kalma gamay ba. And then communicate regular to parents and seek support. So this is very important po sa mga bata no kay parents uh, sila ginag-una nga ah, mas nakahibaw pud sa ilahang anak, and kinahanglan pud ta nga makig socialize nila para ma makasik ta og help and support to them. Competencies need for a teacher. So first is we have to interact with their families, uh, able to solve their problem and develop new learning strategies, provide special facilities, and look after their personal needs. So, interact with family. So, kinahanglan jud no nga kita teachers pohon like kanang mo approach jud ta sa family, sa parents, sa bata for them to be able to know sad if unsay mga kinahanglan ug unsay mga na-approve, unsay kinahanglan i-improve inana sa bata and able to solve their problem. So um kita teachers naatay kinahanglan nga ways pudno nga kanang atong murag sa og sa problem solving pa kay murag magkuan ta og solution ingon ana, and then develop new learning strategies. So in order to have a better knowledge about teaching, so dapat gid nga kanang in every concept that we are facing today, mas kanang mas mamulambo pa jud inig ka like kanang sa mga future kay kanang teaching children, especially with children with special needs kay kinahanglan gyud nga kanang naadyoy improvement and naadyoy outcome ang atong mga gipangbuhat kay tatak magud na silang hunahuna ingon ana, and then provide special facilities, and then lastly look after their personal needs. So dapat nga motan-aw ta sa um kanang more personal needs sa bata ug unsa dapat ang kailangan nga improve mo to, unsa dapat ang iyang gikinahanglan. So benefits, these are the benefits of inclusive education for students. So first, enable students to fully participate in the learning environment that is designed for all and is shared with peers. So makahalubilo baya siya no sa mga bata nga, or mga lain-lain nga mga bata nga yung nga ilang makauban sa isa ka classroom, and provide a positive climate and promote a sense of belonging and ensure students with personal, social, emotional, and academic goals. Next is so all students reach their full potential. Next is builds friendships and bonds between classmates. So na ang benefit jud no kay kanang maka-socialize socialize with others, and then benefits the whole school community. So ngano maka-benefit man sa tibuok nga school kay it's because nga na anang kay ang mga bata, ang mga children with special needs or children with disabilities have unique contributions that brings to the classroom nga ma-reflect pud sa school, and also students have an opportunity to learn and grow in a safe and supportive environment. Next is increased self-esteem and confidence among students. So by um, by guiding them well, maka-increase good siya og self-esteem or confidence sa mga bata kay like maka-feel sila nga kanang maka-feel ang mga bata with special needs nga they are really welcome sa to have an education, and then improve social skills among students, and lastly welcomes diversity within schools. So when we can say that inclusive education was successful. So, successful and inclusive education happens primarily through accepting, understanding, and attending to student and diversity, which can include physical, cognitive, academic, and social environment. And then always remember that children with special needs in inclusive education, children with special needs paint the world with beautiful color each day. Thank you and God bless.